Gang. Welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk. And on this week's episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk, we have results for Hell in a Cell predictions. That's right, last week we predicted Hell in a Cell. This past Sunday, Hell in a Cell took place, and I have results. Now, at our predictions, at the time of them, there were only 4 matches announced for the entire fucking show. After SmackDown, there were only 5 matches announced for the entire show. And going into Sunday, going into the pay-per-view, there were only 6 matches announced for the show. And we predicted 3 matches, thinking, oh, they might be on the show, so we'll get them covered. None of them were. But I still got together, predicted those 2 matches that were added before the pay-per-view started, and we got them. We got 6 matches predicted, 6 results, and 2 matches that we don't know who's won. Alright, so speaking of those matches, let's get into the first ever Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match between the Golden Gods, the Epic Boys, and the Hurt Business. Now, the match that was announced Sunday for the pre-show of Hell in a Cell was Drew Gulak versus R-Truth for the 24/7 championship. Now, Brandon and Zach both went with Drew Gulak to win the 24/7 title off R-Truth. Businessman and El Taquito both went with R-Truth. And Kang and Joe both went with R-Truth, of course. This is big. If Gulak wins, Zach and Brandon are way up. If R-Truth wins, Zach and Brandon are way down. And Zach and Brandon are way down. R-Truth did, in fact, win on like a roll-up or something. Then, we have Elias versus Jeff Hardy. Now, this is one that we predicted before. We had Brandon pick Jeff Hardy, Zach pick Elias, Businessman and El Taquito both pick Jeff Hardy, and Joe and I both pick Elias. Now, Elias did in fact win the match via disqualification. It counts. It does. And that means Kang and Joe bang that one like a couple of boss boys. Now we also have Otis versus The Miz for the Money in the Bank briefcase. That was a match that was announced on SmackDown. That was a match that I should have thought of when I had already predicted matches that could happen. I just didn't. But yeah. So we had Brandon, Businessman, and El Taquito pick The Miz. Oh, along with Joe, he picked The Miz as well. Zach and I were the only ones to pick Otis. Well, we were stupid because The Miz did in fact win the match after Tucker betrayed Otis and hit him over the head with the briefcase. Damn. Alright, next match. We have Bayley versus Sasha Banks, the grudge match of the century. The match of the century, if you ask people on Twitter. It was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It was inside a Hell in a Cell. And, well, Zach picked Bayley. Brandon picked Sasha Banks. Businessman picked Bayley. El Taquito picked Bayley. I picked Sasha Banks. Joe picked Bayley. And what happened? Sasha Banks went out there and made Bayley tap the fuck out. Fuck you, Darcy. That's right. That is right. That is right. Sasha Banks won, which means only me and Brandon got that one right. So that was a big one. Next, we have Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Next, we have Drew Sorry, I'm so sorry. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This is the main event. This is it. This is the finale. This is the Big Bang Theory. Who's fucking finisher? Is that somebody's finisher? This is This is it right here, baby. This is the decider. This is all of the marbles. We have Brandon picking Randy Orton, Zach picking Drew McIntyre, Businessman picking Drew McIntyre, El Taquito picking Randy Orton, me and Joe both picking Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton did in fact win the WWE Championship, but guess what? That actually wasn't the decider. It actually was already decided before that, because with a combined record of 8-4, beating out another combined record of 7-5, and also 7-5. The Golden Gods have retained their KKPL Tag Team Championship. That is right. Joe and I both went 4-2. Matches that I got wrong, he got right for me. Matches that he got wrong, I got right for him. We worked perfectly together as a tag team. Now, Brandon also finished 4-2. Zach finished 3-3. Businessman finished 3-3. And El Taquito also finished 4-2. But none of them could have the double 4-2. They all had 1 and then a 3-3. But they couldn't get the 4-2. So, the Golden Gods reign victorious yet again. The Golden Gods have come out here and won the first ever triple threat tag team championship match. We put ourselves in a position to lose. I put myself in a position to lose. Joe put himself in a position to lose. And what did we do? We came out there and we won. Because that's what we fucking do. Why? Because we're Golden Gods. Now, I don't know who we're going to face next. I don't know who can step up to the plate and challenge us. I don't know who. But just know, whoever it is, we're always ready. Don't matter how many you throw at us. We'll fucking beat them to the ground. So, that's all I gotta say about our great victory, because we did it like we always do. It's expected of us. It's expected of great people. LeBron goes to the finals every year. It's expected of him. We win the Predictions Championship and the Tag Team Championship multiple times every year and retain them multiple times every year. It's expected of us. And we'll go in a Survivor Series. Me and Joe. And retain our Tag Team Championship yet again. Now, there's another match on the card. This match is very interesting to me as well, because there's also another Golden God. Let's see if what I just said about the Golden Gods, about me and Joe and I, brothers Cobb, lives up. Let's see if Mikey is also a part of that expected greatness. First, we have, of course, Drew Gulak versus R-Truth. Now, Mikey picked R-Truth. Lou picked Drew Gulak. And R-Truth won. Mikey's already up 1. Next we have Otis versus Miz. They both picked Otis. Both got it wrong. Then we have Elias versus Jeff Hardy. They both picked Jeff Hardy. Both got it wrong. Then we got Bayley versus Sasha Banks. I'm going to skip that one. That's the decider right there. We got Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. And we got Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. And Drew McIntyre did not win. They both picked Drew McIntyre. Got it wrong. So, as you can see, they're both doing terrible for Hell in a Cell predictions. But Mikey is up 1 going into Bayley versus Sasha Banks, the decider. Now, Lou, the challenger, If he picks right here, he can tie with Mikey. Mikey's already retained. Expect the greatness, baby. But Mikey wants a win. So let's see. Lou picked Bailey. Mikey picked Sasha Banks, which means Mikey, with a big whopping, monstrous, humongous record of 3-3 at the pay-per-view, defeats Lou, who goes 1-5. And Mikey, of course, we always have to celebrate because that's just how you do it here in the KKPL. Mikey has, of course, sent in a little bit of something that you can feast your little ears on right now.
Hello, everybody. This is your current champion, retaining champion, Mikey Carbs, and I'm sitting here reflecting on last week, and I'm thinking about how I gifted an opportunity to Lou because he's my friend. And probably my only friend besides the Golden Gods, because I really don't like anybody else. But he gave me a lot of blowback for that, which is surprising to me, because I'm the one that really had everything to lose. I'm undefeated. I had the winning streak. I had the championship. And I give him the opportunity, and he says I'm patronizing him. Yeah, sure, it was an easy victory, especially when he only gets one right. But I'm the only one that really had anything to lose. He just retired because he's so mad about losing. And I gifted him the never mind. My point is, I'm not going to challenge anybody anymore. I am sick of gifting people opportunities and being a nice person and having it thrown back in my face like I'm some sort of asshole. And I'm kind of sick of being the asshole. I'm the asshole a lot. So I don't know who my next opponent is. I don't know if the Kangaroo Man said something before this or if he's going to say something after this. I'm just sitting here wondering who the opponent could be. I mean, it could be Sebi. He deserves it. Oh, what? Still. You'd think I'd remember that. That happened to me last year. Okay, sorry. Sebi still can't. So, fuck him. But who else could it be? I mean, the Epic Boys seem to not be able to get wins together. Maybe they're going to want to split up and potentially have a chance to win a title? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. One of them has the briefcase. Has me a little bit worried. That's the only thing that's got me a little bit worried about this league. But one of them has that. But maybe the other one wants to challenge it. I don't know. Maybe it could be Darcy. I mean, we haven't heard from him for a while. And since we're giving opportunities to people that just recently lost to Sebi, Darcy might be a good person to choose. Maybe Paul. I mean, I haven't heard from Paul. No one's heard from Paul for a very long time. I don't even know if he'll show up because he supposedly had a match against Sebi, and not that he didn't even show up, but he didn't even say he was going to show up. I don't know what the hell Sebi's talking about, but maybe it could be, I was going to say Buffy. I don't want to go against an animal. I don't want to go against a cat, a dog, a lizard, a sweaty, hairy Australian man that loses the big sexy and everything. I don't want to go against any animals. That's really the thing I have for my stipulation of what I don't want to go against. But if I have to, I will. I don't know who I'm going to go against. I'm not nervous about who I'm going to go against. Maybe that briefcase gets me a little bit nervous about it. And if I keep talking about it, maybe he won't cash in because he wants the element of surprise. So if I'm always on edge, maybe edge. I don't know if he will actually do it. So maybe that's my counteraction to that. But yeah. I guess you're going to find out just like I'm going to find out who I'm going against. Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it. Golden Gods, Joe and I, the tag team champions, we don't know who we're going to face. And Mikey doesn't know who he's going to face. And I don't know either. I don't have an idea yet. There's not many people that are willing to step up. I know they all want the title shot, but they know they're not going to beat you. And there's not many people that you already haven't beat that would be worth it, that people could watch and think, oh, maybe Mikey will lose. I mean, Lou was a hard enough sell anyways. We had to rely on that Golden God name to get Lou in there. But I digress. We'll find out in the upcoming weeks who Mikey will face for Survivor Series and who the Golden Gods will face for Survivor Series. But we have almost more important news. Because you see, the other day, I got a distressing message in my email of a recording. And, well, best I not say anything. It's best that this message gets broadcast to you in its truest form. So, here.
Kim, my wife? What the fuck do you want?
A divorce.
What?
As you can hear from the recording, KKPL's favorite couple, the one who got married at Kang just this past year, has split up. I don't know how to feel about this, but the show must go on. So, we also have news from Sebi, and not really from Sebi, cause the news is from Paul. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you saw last week at the end of SmackTalk, you might have stopped watching when I started doing my outro. You see, I got cut off, and well, let's just say Sebi wasn't actually crazy. Maybe he was. I mean, I want to back off of that. Maybe he was crazy, but Paul is also back, though. Paul returned, and he has pretty much, from that video, I believe, issued a challenge at Survivor Series to face Sebi. And he's also got a little something he wants to say to Sebi. He's actually sent me something directly from the void. So, take a look, y'all.
Hey, Sebi, you been looking for me? Well, you're gonna keep looking for me, and you'll never find me, because you know what? I like it here. You see that? Can your little brain waves comprehend what that says? Do you need it to be in a certain direction? I'm home. And you may be wondering how you were listening, hearing me. Hey, that's right. I've learned the secrets of the void. You think that you learn things while you're in here? Well, guess what? I learned more. Because when you spend this much time in here, it's either killed or be killed. And I have seen some things. Things that your little brain couldn't comprehend. Well, guess what? It's gonna take me a little bit of time to close some things up in here and make sure that I can come back in case I need to. But Sebi, I am after you, and nothing will stop me. Oh, you just don't know what's coming. Pause.
That's right, Sebi. Nothing will stop him from coming for you. Pause. So, I guess we'll hear from you, Sebi, next week. You seem ready to face him at Hell in a Cell. Are you ready to face him now at Survivor Series? You ready? Are you willing? You Gable? I don't know. We'll have to hear next week from Sebi. But for now, that's it for this week's episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk. We had a lot of great moments, like all the Golden Gods winning, and some weird moments like Paul in the Void, and a very tragic, sad moment like Kim requesting her divorce from Darcy. Either way, the show must go on, so tune in next week to see what happening. But for now, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you get notified whenever another one of these comes out, or anything else you want to see on the channel. And also, check the description. Alright, well, I'll let you go. Yep, alright. I'll see you later. Okay. Alright. Alright, bye. I'll see you later. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
THANKYOU. Thank you. Thank you. THANKYOU.
Thank you.